Welcome back, everybody. Now it's time for a data-driven approach to dating. Logan Ury is a behavioral scientist turned dating coach who's currently the director of relationship science at Hinge. Now, who better to talk to and learn all about sober dating and why you should always be flirting, and how taking care of your mental health became a modern-day dating tactic.
We have dating apps, we have access to thousands of different people, and you're no longer limited to Bill and Belinda down the block. But that also brings up a problem, which is that it's really hard to decide when you have so many options.
Dating coach Logan Ury knows that finding the one seems more difficult than ever before.
This is known in the field as the paradox of choice. We have many options, which is great. You're more likely to find someone who really suits you, but it also means that it's harder to say, yes, this is the one. This is the person that I'm really going to be with.
Ury has found that her clients are usually hung up on a certain archetype, like the bad boy or the manic pixie girl.
When I work with people, especially in their mid-30s, early 40s, and so on, I'm like, hey, I get it. You had a crush on this kind of person growing up. You love the prom date, the person who's hot, and you want to dance with them all night, maybe sleep with them at the end of the prom, but you're a grown-up. You need to date someone who's actually beyond the prom date, and that's where the life partner comes in. The life partner is the one who is ready to make a commitment, who's reliable, who is going to be your teammate. And so for many people, no matter what age it is, it's really helpful for them to say, yep, I've been chasing the prom date for a long time. It's time to grow up. It's time to move on. I'm going to look for that life partner instead.
Ury teaches a class called Date Smarter, which includes lessons from flirting experts on how to make real connections with love interests. Their #1 tip, ABF, always be flirting.
It's actually a way to engage with people and say, hey, let's have a conversation. I'm waiting for a coffee. You're waiting for a coffee. Have you ever been here before? What if you just have conversations with people when you're out and about? You don't focus as much on the outcome. You focus on connection. It'll be really interesting to see what opens up for you when you start ABF.
As director of relationship science at Hinge, Ury surveys user dating habits. She says 75% of people want to give sober dating a try instead of relying on alcohol-fueled excursions.
This is really something that's taken place during the pandemic. People are drinking less now than they were a year ago, and people are really about mental health. And they're saying, I want to connect with you authentically, and drinking on a date gets in the way of that.
Falling in line with sober dating is a new emphasis on self-care. 90% of Hinge daters say they want to be with someone who is actively working on their mental health.
Talking about mental health has moved from this stigmatized, oh no, to this, yes, I want to date someone who's actively in therapy. The last 2 years have been hard. They pushed us to our limits. We've run out of resilience. Some of us are still running on empty. And so we want to be with someone who's done the work and is ready to meet us where we are.
Okay, if you are interested in Logan's class, Date Smarter, you can get on the wait list at loganury.com. And while you're there, you can subscribe to her newsletter. Also, take a quiz to find out your dating tendencies.